Hey again, GT here. Welcome back to GT Garage. Sunday here in the Adelaide Hills, and yesterday, on Saturday, we went out to a local off-roading park here in the hills. It's about 20 minutes drive from my place. It's called A Jakem Farm. I think that's how it's pronounced. Jakem, I don't know. Anyway, anyone in the know will know what I'm referring to. Full drive park in the Adelaide Hills up the freeway. Anyway, so my first time and my mate Nathan's first time on in a full drive park. I've done a bit of easy to medium full driving, but first time in a full drive park. And short answer or short summary is, like, it was amazing, fun as. We spent, well, by the time we got out there, it's about 11 o'clock, and we're out there till 5, and then spent another half hour talking to the recovery guys and the owner of the facility. Really nice people. So yeah, it's probably the first time since I've had this vehicle, the Colorado RG, that I've really pushed it to the upper end of the envelope of what it's supposed to do. Done a lot of touring. I'm more of a touring person, and camping and sort of distance driving, not really like the technical off-roading stuff. And myself and Nathan really got stuck into some off-roading stuff at this full drive park, and I have to say it was amazing. On the driver training parts and that, really, for our level, quite technical. There was a spot where there's a bit of you go across a creek, and there's a bit of a sort of a rock garden sort of thing, I don't know, but it's quite rocky and shaly, and had a real big undercut section, and I gave it a go and didn't get over it. Got about halfway up, but got stuck on the undercut spot, and I was basically pointing towards the sky and couldn't see where I was going, and my mate Nathan was across the other side of the creek, so I chose to bail and not continue, because it started to sort of kick a bit sideways, and I mean, I'm not used to that sort of thing, so I suppose next time I'll give it another go, and hopefully I'll have a spotter over there to help me out. In the end, when I look at the video, I was actually almost there. I'll post a video up at some stage. But yeah, the old Colorado did pretty well. Awesome for clearance, not a problem. The only time I ever bottomed out was when I was going up that step, and pretty much the step that I had to go up, the rock was leaning right in the middle of that side step there. So that rear wheel was at full articulation, fully drooped, and the rock step was leaning hard up against it. Like that side step there was actually a banana up into the sill panel there, and I just basically stood on it and bent it back down. So it's a big step up, and I mean, pretty close to CV endangering. It was starting to bounce, and I'm like, nah, I want to drive home. So I think I did the wise thing and just bailed on it, but I'll be back there and I'll give it another go. Tyres went well. I'll do another video about those. Suspension went well. Obviously my car here is 3-inch lifted and sort of 33s manual, and my mate just bought I think it's an MQ Triton. Pretty stock. Again, you'll see that in the videos. I'll put some videos up. And he's just got Falcon Wild Peaks on it. I think they're a bigger size than standard, but he was a bit hesitant at first to do some of the stuff that I was doing. Like, I was doing a bit more, like, quite deep bogging stuff and steep and rutted stuff. Like one of the water challenges out there goes up to the number plate here. Actually got up to the number plate, and so if I stand next to it, my number plate is at pocket height, just under pocket height. And yeah, again, you've seen one of my videos that I posted up, that my mate posted up. Sorry, let me start again. One of the videos that he took, the water and mud is like coming above that number plate, and putting those side steps under, so it's quite deep. And I mean, it was fun testing out the limits of the car. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'd call it, you know, moderate level off-roading out there. We didn't go out to the big boy stuff, even though we accidentally stumbled across a few big boy tracks. No, we just did them anyway. But apparently up over the backside is where all the CV braking territory is for the big boys. And yeah, we didn't even go up there, didn't even look up there. So I think we did moderate level stuff, and Colorado actually did quite well. Yeah, what I was trying to say before is people say that LSD's a shit in this and needs a locker, or it needs front and rear lockers. Well, yeah, if you're doing rock hopping, or, you know, in my opinion, and I'm going to give my opinion here, people actually don't understand how the traction system works in this thing. Like, you've got a torque biasing LSD in the back, meaning that it actually needs some resistance from both back wheels to be able to give you that two-wheel drive. Well, loosely speaking, locking in that two-wheel drive. So you actually need traction control on, and sometimes if you don't want to use traction control, you use a bit of a handbrake to activate it. Yeah, a little bit of stuffing around for some people, but we were in some really boggy stuff yesterday, and at no point did I think that I needed a locker. Only that sort of rocky step-up thing. But I mean, I think it came down to just my lack of experience of choosing a line up a rock step, a higher level rock step. That sort of stuffed me up there, and I didn't really go hard at it, so I didn't get up there. But yeah, in my opinion, traction control worked perfectly fine up to moderate level stuff. And yeah, don't understand why people turn off traction control. The only time I'd switch it off is on sand. And we were on sand on Goulwood Beach. Again, I'll do another video about that a few weeks ago. And this thing did fine on sand. Obviously traction control off, tyre pressures were lower and correct. So yeah, feel free to leave comments or opinions on what you think. I think the Colorado did fantastic. That was the only time that it failed to pass something, is more so the driver than the ability of the car. Because in the end, the park owner said his Triton, which is pretty standard, can go up there. So next time I'm going to get him to show me a good line up there, and I'm going to get this thing up there. Yeah, again, leave comments or opinions on what you think. If you don't agree with me, tell me why. I mean, at this point in time, for what I do, touring and, you know, low to moderate level off-roading, LSD and traction control work perfectly fine. I don't feel I need a locker. Now, I've seen videos of much more capable vehicles. So patrols go up that same hill in drier weather, and they walked up there, and by the looks of it, they've just taken the line that the owner told me to do, which I definitely wasn't on that line, and those guys have probably got lockers. But, you know, I don't think it needs it. If it ever does, I'll buy one. I think they're overpriced anyway, but yeah. So other than the bent side step that I straightened out in the end, everything all good. CV survived. A bit muddy. I don't even think we touched down a bash plate at all. Oh mate. Yeah, now this isn't major stuff, but little bumperette pushed in on this side, same on the other side. Not bad. Just pull that out, no problem. I'll tell you what though, again, personal opinion, I would never do those tub chops. I think they look ugly as sin when they cut them across here or cut them up here. Yuck. I'd rather leave it like that and get like a rear bar or something, steel bar. I would never do those tub chops. Ugly. But personal opinion. Now, other places that rub, flares get sent, broken. But yeah, I don't think we've had any issues here. So, success. And if you've got a pretty standard car, I reckon you could do at least 2/3 of those tracks out there. The Triton did them with a bit of encouragement from me, but the Triton did 90% of what I did, and I did most of the tracks apart from like what they deemed as the advanced tracks. Because yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to roll this car over. Oh yeah, which reminds me, there was a brand new Hilux out there when we were coming in at the end of the night to air up, and I noticed there was a bit of a ripple down the side of it, and I said to my mate, hey, I reckon that thing rolled over. Then the owner and one of the recovery guys we chatted to later said, yep, it leant on its side, spewing. It was like pretty much every panel across this side. They said it just did a gentle rollover onto its side. But yeah, no thanks. I'm not going to endanger my car that much. But anyway, highly recommended. Really nice people out there. And yeah, so give you an idea, it's $50 entry and like free recovery. They'll recover you as many times as you get stuck. But obviously, if you're putting yourself into really technical, dangerous positions and you keep having to get recovered, or you're putting passengers or other people in danger, they kick you out. And I've seen on the reviews people crack the shits at the owners. The only way I see them kicking you out is if you're doing the wrong thing, driving the wrong spots. So yeah, Jakem Farm, or Jakem Farm, highly recommended. Check it out if you're a beginner or looking for somewhere in the Adelaide Hills to have a go. Go with mates as well. I went with my mate Nathan, and I don't think it'd be as fun on your own. Plus it's a bit daunting on your own, yeah. Got no one to spot you. Okay, that's all. This video is a bit long. Like, subscribe if any of this is interesting to you. Comment. Catch ya.